Good afternoon, all you thoughtfully made people out there. It's Courtney Morrison with Made Architecture and Design, back with another week in review. So last weekend we went to the zoo as a family and got to do a high ropes course with my daughter, which was awesome. And then on Saturday watched a good bit of the CrossFit Games. I talked a little bit about that last week and the tragedy that happened there with one of the athletes drowning. So I was glad to be able to watch one of my favorite sporting events on Saturday and Sunday, but really it just cast a shadow over the whole thing. So that was really, really unfortunate. But watched a little bit more on Sunday and Sunday afternoon. Got to play golf with a buddy of mine for his birthday. So that was good. And then on Monday, it was Marketing Monday. Me and my wife sitting down, really just trying to plot the course for the company and the marketing direction that we want to go and content and all of these things. So that is a lot of fun to do with her and good for my head to really just feel like we are moving forward and moving forward together and working on something together. So that's been a lot of fun. I've been glad to do that. And then I worked on a bonus room rework for a client who we had a solution. They decided they wanted to do something different. So that's kind of where we've gone back to. And then I worked on I have a client who wants to convert their attic to a bonus room basically, but we have to add stairs. And so really fitting in the stairs was a challenge. And that was kind of the first thing was, okay, figure out, can we get stairs in there? Once we get stairs in there, I think we can get everything else done. But that was the first like critical step. So got that worked out. And then on Tuesday, I had a call with a client who wanted to build a new home, and that went well. He was fine. It was a good conversation. And then on Wednesday, I reviewed some renderings that I had done for some marketing work, a project that I had designed that's not going to get built. And so I went and asked a friend to do some rendering work for me, and really a lot more than just rendering work, but it was an incomplete design. So he played architect, he played interior designer, he played the role of landscape architect and renderer, and he did a great job. And so I'm really satisfied with what he did. I sent him back some comments and questions, and he'll return finals to me, and we'll start getting those posted and up on socials and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. And then I went and had lunch with a friend of mine who I've known for a long time. He used to be a brick rep, and so when I was an employee at a firm, that's how I met him, was him coming in, bringing us bricks and stones and things like that. And then he moved on from that job, and he's doing business development work for a local contractor. And we'll get together, every now and then. So I went and had lunch with him. So that was good to see him and catch up. And then on Thursday, so I mentioned I had the call with the new house client on Tuesday. And so actually on Thursday, I ended up declining his job. And really, the only reason I want to talk about that here is just, again, it's just part of the business. It's part of it. And so he and I talked, and there's nothing wrong with him or his project, but I just didn't think it was a good fit for my business model. And so I talked about it with my wife, and we ended up just deciding to pass on the job. And so that's hard. Those are hard conversations. They're hard decisions. I'm turning down revenue and I have a family to support, but ultimately I want things that align with my business model and what's going to get me to where I want to go. And so I didn't feel like that project aligned, and so I turned it down. And so it's tough to do, but ultimately I think it was the right choice for us. And then I had lunch with a gentleman here in town who runs SK Collaborative, which is a energy compliance consulting firm and envelope testing firm. And we worked together years ago on a big multifamily project and hadn't seen each other in a while. And so I got together with him on Thursday. And so that was good to catch up as well. And actually, he took me to see his house where his office is. And it's featured in a book called Pretty Good House. And I got to see his house in person and flip through the book a little bit. He had it there on his coffee table. And so that was really cool to see his space and understand, it's been published and I can read about it and stuff. So I like that a lot. That was a lot of fun. Grateful for him for doing that. And then on Friday, there's a piece of property kind of not too far from my house that's been for sale for a long time, and it really piqued my interest recently. And so I did a little bit of research into it. It's got floodplain issues. There's a creek running through it. There's stuff like that. And so I was just doing a little bit of research into floodplain or constructing in a floodplain and what it would take and things like that. So that took up a little bit of Friday. Not necessarily project work, but something that I wanted to investigate a little bit further. And then I spent time reviewing a structural set of drawings for the automotive shop, body shop that I've been working on. So we have structural drawings that are just a little bit behind, not because he's behind, but we just engaged him a little bit later than I thought we would. And so, yeah, so I reviewed those on Friday, got him comments back. And so that is the week. Coming up this weekend, it'll be family time and things like that with my wife and daughter, I think. So that's all I've got for now. If you have any questions or comments, things about, who we are, what we do, how we do it, things like that, leave them below and I'll do my best to address them in a future week in review. In the meantime, y'all be particular and I look forward to talking to you soon.